just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
Well, let's go to the big stat chaser. What do you think about Freak's year?
You know, it's never easy to hold on to the scoring title. You know, teams start to double and triple team. Ernie, I was averaging 29.5. David Robinson was averaging 29.3. I play a game. All I know is he scored 71 points against the Clippers. It was the last game of the season. He gets it. Freaks has all the skills to keep up the scoring like this, but Kenny's right. He can't chase the stats.
Well, I'm glad that we could open up that old wound on the Admiral.
Sure did. Yeah. Thanks, David Robinson. Don't let me see you in San Antonio.
Shout out to the Admiral. Here's Kevin Harlan with the call.
Remember the Alamo.
Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. We've got the Charlotte Hornets facing the NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers. And it goes without saying, with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist back in good health, they are extremely excited to have him in the lineup.
Yeah, everybody's glad to see him back out there. It was surprising to me to see just how well they were able to cope with his injury. A lot of guys stepped up in his absence, and they hardly missed a beat.
Yeah, and their confidence has to increase considering how well they played during that time. But now that you're adding him back into the mix and they are poised to take another step forward, you have to be careful with complacency.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Batum is out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Teague in at the 4 slot. Now here's Walker. Jefferson setting the pick for Kidd-Gilchrist. Screen by Jefferson. Here's Batum. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
LeBron dishes to Bennett. Pass to Bosh. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
Now here's Walker. A 23-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. Clock at 6. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Walker against Irving. Batum wide open. He fires. The rebound by Bennett.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
That's tipped. Irving against Batum. Back to Walker. Outside, Batum loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Batum's got his second basket of the night. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And here's Bennett. 17 points for him last game against Chicago.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Now Kidd-Gilchrist following the miss by Chris Bosh from deep. Jefferson kicks to Walker. Baseline try. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
The Cavaliers trailing. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Teague. Walker against Jordan. And a wide open look for Walker. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Batum, good. Gone here in the first quarter. Bennett with it. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game. Bosh going around him. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Bosh has got his second bucket of the game to go. The Hornets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Screen by Jefferson. Walker the pass to Jefferson. The 11-footer, and it's sent back by Bosh. Now, here's Bennett, guarded by Walker. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. And now running up the court, Kid Gilchrist pushing it up. The offensive rebound, tries again. A shot by Batum, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. It's tipped. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Outside, Walker. Charlotte, no good that time either.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The drive by Jordan. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jordan's got his first 2 points of the night. Charlotte, their last game, a win against the Suns.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. 5th on the list, the Hornets.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean,
A different look now for Cleveland. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Smith comes in for LeBron. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Kyrie Irving. .143 left in the first quarter. Inside, here's Ajinça. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Smith outside. Drills it from outside. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Charlotte trailing. 1:12 left in the first. Here's Marjanovic. He's covered by Bennett. And a wide open look for Lynn. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bennett dishes the bucket. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Bosh.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Shumpert against Lynn. Down low. Here's Ajinça. Here's Marjanovic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Bennett. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For Charlotte, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Walker uses the glass to finish the layup. Walker's got his second bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Let's the three fly. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's Charlotte leading by just 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled. Stein and Bennett subbed in for Jose Calderon. Charlotte making a switch here. Hornets leading by 6. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He dropped in 17 points, and that was just part of the story. He came away with a double-double for his troubles in that one. This outing from him helped ensure the win to keep the team's solid run of games going.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching people, really impressive, but I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
It's stolen by Ajinça. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Walker. Here's Ajinça. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now a 10-point Hornets lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Bennett kicks to Irving. Sinks the triple. Irving's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Cavs.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Walker against Irving. Batum for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Batum's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Hornets.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.